Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 4 of the unstructured Rogue Company podcast, Broguecast. I'm here with Corey Reed.
And I'm here with Dirt Lord.
Here with Garbo.
And I'm here with Griffin.
And I'm here with Kidney Stones. So, so we've already tried to record this once. I fucked it up. This is our second go at it. But today, we're going to run through the Season 3 patch notes. So we're going to hit all the high notes. We're not going to hit the Battle Pass or anything like that. We may come back around to that in the future whenever we actually get to see the Battle Pass, like what's in there, as opposed to a list of what's in there, because you can tell me, fancy dance and moat, and I have no idea what that means, so there's no reason in going over that shit. But we'll start from the most important stuff and we'll work our way down through the list here. First up, we have Rogue bios. If you've ever wanted to know more about your favorite Rogue, new bio information is now available. Brand new bios will give you more insight into their background and personalities. So we do have that to look forward to, and that sounds like it's going to be kind of cool to get a little insight into some of these people if that's what you're here for,
Yeah, it's nice to have a little backstory.
I was going to say, it's not
something we're asking for.
Yeah, something to say or like some detail about the character,
Yeah, and maybe they can kind of take some of that lore and kind of expand on it with, the future updates, the future releases to the game, things such as that. So that would be really cool. And if they are able to build more story through the release of things in the game off of that, then hey, I'm all for it. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Their own universe doing that.
Yeah, for sure. We also have a new buy screen. We have improved the visuals of the buy menu prompt when purchasing weapons. I've seen screenshots and videos of this where it looks very clean. It looks very good. And I think that this is a good direction that they're taking the menus and the pop-ups and things like that in the game. So next, we have a new buy one, get one system. Upon purchasing a primary weapon, players are now able to swap between both their primary weapons free of charge. Additionally, when the player purchases an upgrade for one primary weapon, they're also upgrading their other primary weapon. The buy one, get one system empowers players to have more control as to how they approach each round, objective, and life.
Love it.
I'm honestly surprised that it's taken this long for something like this to be included into the game.
Yeah, it's nice not to have to spend the extra 7,000 or 8,000. Well, I mean, more if you want to upgrade the whole thing, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of 50-50 with it. Just because it kind of like keeps the game very random. Even though it was already a random way already, but now there's a chance that we could be fighting a chalk that's running an SMG, and then he can just swap shotgun and just blow my face off. Yeah.
It's something that you'll have to be more wary of, especially with things like that, or like a sniper running, Phantom running her assault rifle as opposed to the sniper rifle,
Yeah, I mean, as I'm thinking in the demolition aspect, yeah, it would be very more tactical, and you would have to very much think more strategic compared to King of the Hill and Team Deathmatch.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. And my thing with this is like, if you're going to give us the ability to purchase both weapons in one go, upgrade the weapons in one go, why not change that around and make it to where I could just purchase both weapons if I wanted to, and they replace the pistol?
Yeah, that would be really nice to be able to just have both of them.
Yeah, because I was under the impression when the game first released that you had two weapons. You had the pistol round and all that stuff. But if you had the money and you wanted to invest in a different weapon to be able to have both, then the option was going to be there. Well, when the game came out, it wasn't like that at all. You had to pick one and commit to it basically because of the way that the economy worked. And I think that if you made it to where the initial purchase for the first weapon was at like 8,000 or 9,000, and then if you wanted to buy the second weapon and upgrade it, it was discounted a little bit so that you had the option to do so. Because like, what's it really going to hurt at the end of the day? If you're going to be able to swap weapons from this point out, you're not really going to be losing that aspect of it. You're just going to have an additional weapon, but you're also going to have to be betting all your money as a player onto those specific weapons as opposed to gadgets and perks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the long run, it would actually balance the economy out way more. in my opinion.
I see that.
But if they were going to do something like that, they would have to go in and they would have to trade some of the weapons out, because if, like Chalk, for example, what's the purpose in buying his shotgun if you already have his SMG and vice versa? You would have to give him something that was a little bit more of a longer range option to counterbalance the fact that he has an SMG or a shotgun. So
That fucking shotgun's pretty long range.
yeah, you're right on that. Yeah, I know. So next up is the weapon section. So we'll go through each section by like pistol, SMG, this, that, and the other, and we'll give some thoughts on it as we complete the section. So first up, we have the pistol. It says that no upgrade levels also transfer when you purchase when you switch primary weapons. So for the Executioner, the level 1 upgrade, hipfire accuracy has been further improved. The Spitfire level 2 reticle bloom has been further improved. The P12K level 1 hipfire and reticle bloom has been further improved. The revolver, the level 1 now increases headshot damage from 60 to 65, and level 2 hipfire accuracy has been further improved. The A3 salvo, the level 2 hipfire accuracy has been further improved, and the warrant level 2 reticle bloom has been further improved.
Further improved.
I wish I knew how much was actually being improved.
Yeah, like where's the numbers on that? Like
Yeah,
what's that mean?
Yeah. Like, is it being
Further improved.
increased by 1? Is it being increased by 2? Like, what? It's just not saying. It's just like, hey, we're just letting y'all know we're improving it.
Yeah.
But are they really improving it? Could they just be saying that and not improve it at all?
Well, here's what I think. This is why I think that they've done it this way. I think that if they're going to release the actual numbers for it, they're going to have to assign a numerical value to how reticle bloom within the game works at a baseline, right? So if you have if you have an assault rifle that has like a reticle bloom of like, let's say 12, then let's say, 1 out of every 4 shots is going to almost guaranteed to be a miss. Like there's going to have to be some mathematical equation in order to get what the reticle bloom is. And if they assign that to it, then they're going to have to release what the reticle bloom numbers are for all the weapons all across the game. And I don't think that they really want to do that, because with them saying that this has been further improved or that's been further improved, it doesn't give them the liability of saying, hey, this is going to be dead shot every single time. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Little wiggle room.
Yeah. It's basically their get out of jail free card, because look at the season 2 update where they came in and they're like, we're changing all the damage numbers on every weapon, and it's going to cause 1 less shot to down someone. And here's all the numbers and here's all the information, and this is how it's going to work. And people flipped out. Now, since
worded differently.
Yeah. Now, since it's so vague, then they can take the information back in from the update, like when it goes live, and then they can make adjustments to it as opposed to
change it on the fly.
Yeah, as opposed to having to revert everything back to the way that it was.
I'm actually worried about that revolver headshot damage increase, because that turns into a 2-tap.
Thing's already nasty.
Yeah, because if it hit bodies, it's 35. So if you now, when they change that to 65, and you hit body and then a headshot, it's an instant. It makes it a 2-shot.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it a 2-shot for people with armor.
Yeah.
What it looks like.
Well, that'd be the 35 and the 65 would be exactly 100. So the third shot would make it 3, but the only thing they're preparing for is Mac.
Right. Well, if you got 2 headshots with that upgrade, then it would be a down. Yeah.
You're right.
So it would be a 2-tap down to begin with anybody that didn't have armor. And then if you're playing against someone that does have armor, you'll have to upgrade it in order to get the benefits of the 2-tap headshot.
Which would lead me to believe that people who use aimbot will use him more often because of that.
Oh yeah. And we'll get back to that in a minute when we go over his DMR, because you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes.
So for SMGs, we've got the D40C. The hipfire accuracy has been further improved, and the level 3 upgrade now reduces recoil and also increases reload speed. The SLC level 2 hipfire accuracy further improved and removes jump penalty, and the level 3 upgrade now reduces recoil. The LMPX level 2 upgrade also provides increased ADS movement speed, and the level 3 upgrade hipfire accuracy further improved and also reduces recoil. The 24S improved fall off damage. The level 1 upgrade, hip fire accuracy further improved. Level 2 upgrade removes jump penalty. And the level 3 magazine increased to 40 and recoil reduction improved. The Knight level 1 upgrade also increases fire rate to 8.5, and level 2 hip fire accuracy further improved. And the Objection level 2 upgrade provides no jump penalty.
I don't like the no jump penalty.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel very weird about the SMGs having no jump penalties.
Yeah.
Like, you should get worse as you fire, as you jump in the air, not the opposite.
Well, I just want to know why the 24S is constantly getting boosts.
Well, if you notice that the 24S automatically just gets a improved fall off damage automatically.
And it don't need 40 in the fucking clip. It just don't.
No.
Not for
32 was enough. 32 was more than enough. Even for fucking Switchblade, it was enough.
It's a lot of bullets.
You can down someone pretty quick with it.
Yeah, for sure. I think with the jump penalty, all of that stems from the new map, the way that the verticality of the new map works. But I think that instead of just removing the jump penalty altogether, there's something in the game that I wish you could do that you can't do. And that's when you're falling or jumping or anything like that, you can't ADS. I think if they would have, instead of removing the jump penalty altogether, if they would have gave you the ability to ADS with any of the weapons while you're falling, jumping, or anything like that, then it would have provided a level of skill to actually using that weapon while you're jumping or falling off of something, as opposed to, well, we're just going to remove the jump penalty altogether. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right out the window.
I agree with that. I mean, if they just
pretty sure if you
you're right.
Pretty sure if you jumped in real life and tried to ADS on a gun, you could do it.
You can.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. You have a better chance of aiming down sight while you're jumping in the air than you can trying to remove jump penalty or whatnot.
Yeah. And I think that, like, speaking of the jump penalty, I think that they need to add something to the jump and to the crouch specifically to where, like, upon the initial time doing it, let's say for the first 0.5 seconds, then it goes max reticle bloom at that moment, and the shot consistency is not going to be there until 0.5 seconds, until you're either in the air or you're actually crouched down. Because like we've said before, if you stand and then you crouch down while you're firing a weapon, how accurate are you going to be in real life?
Especially for the crouch. It should especially do that for crouch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's too many people that do that crouch shot and crap.
Yeah.
And don't miss a shot, you know?
That shouldn't exist either.
Yeah.
And I've hated that since Call of Duty World at War.
Yeah, right. I mean,
you know, like it's been years.
Yeah. And it needs to have some level of instability when you initiate it. And then if they want to have it to where it goes back to normal after a set time period, then it makes sense. Once you've established yourself in a crouching motion, or once you establish yourself in air, then you should get the same benefits, you know, as you would if you were standing upright. You know what I mean?
Once you're stable, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the one thing that kind of is a little more worrisome to me, other than the 24S changes, is the Knight. The level 1.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the level 1 upgrade increase in fire rate to 8.5. Like, this is already the hardest hitting SMG in the game.
Nasty.
I'll tell you this. I like it if I'm using it.
Yes.
I'm not going to like it if it's being used against me.
For sure, right?
That fucking thing hits so hard already, and it's a solid SMG. Really, really solid.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you equip that on the Lancer, it would be just as nasty if he was carrying the 24S.
It would be worse.
It'd be worse.
Yeah.
That would be one of the worst things you could ever do in this game, is give that bitch that gun.
Yeah. Because it already does close to medium range, like 24 or 25 damage. So at most, you're having to do 5 damage to an unarmored target to down them. If they're going to increase the fire rate, then you're still going to have to do 5 damage. It's just going to take you less time to do it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get like another shot in.
Yeah. So they're basically tweaking the time to kill on the Knight specifically. And they're doing this for a couple of the weapons in the game. But I think the reason that they're doing that with the Knight is the same reason why they're going to be doing things to Lancer's shotgun is because
giving it to somebody else.
Well, they're giving it to someone else, and also the play rate of the weapon itself. I think that they're actually looking at the statistics and saying, okay, the play rate for the Knight is not that high, and then they look at it and it's like, well, people aren't using the Knight because it's a slower fire SMG, and it does have a lot of recoil and a lot of spread on it until you get it fully upgraded. So what can we do to increase the play rate of it? And I think that that's their solution to it, when in reality, you just have to let people find this weapon on their own, because I normally play the Knight over the Riptide when I would use Kestrel, unless we're playing a longer range map, because I know with padded steps, I want to get in their ass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just
that's what I was going to say. If you're a Kestrel player and you're playing some of those tighter maps and you're not using this gun, you're fucking up.
For sure. Yes.
Like, I understand that the Riptide's nice and everything. It's a great gun. I'd say maybe my second favorite assault rifle of the game. But this, especially when you're, like you said, up in their ass, man, you could beat a Lancer easy peasy.
Oh yeah, without even thinking twice.
As long as you hit your shots, that bitch is done.
Yeah.
That Riptide can play close range too, though.
It can, and it's because I think it's because of the fire rate on it.
Yeah.
It's got the fire rate of an SMG.
Yeah.
But it's got piece.
Yeah, and it's got the range and the accuracy. It's crazy. Her weapons are so polarizing, but I love it. You have the assault rifle that has the fire rate of an SMG, but the accuracy of an assault rifle, but with the damage of something that's closer to Saint's assault rifle. And then you've got the SMG that fires the slowest firing SMG in the game, the hardest hitting SMG in the game, that has the craziest spread in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Her weapon set is insane.
But they both work. They work well together.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So assault rifles. The KA-30, the level 1 upgrade, also provides reduced reticle bloom. The level 2 hipfire accuracy upgrade has been further improved and now provides recoil reduction. The level 3 upgrade now provides ready your weapon instantly after sprinting. The HRM-30K, the level 1 upgrade, also provides bullet penetration. The level 2 upgrade also provides reduced reticle bloom, and the level 3 upgrade recoil reduction has been further improved. The MLX Mark IV, the level 1 upgrade, also readies your weapon instantly after sprinting, and the level 3 upgrade damage range has been increased to 30 meters. The Sahara level 1 increased magazine size to 35. The level 2 reduced reticle bloom further improved, and level 3 upped damage range to 26.5 meters and reduced kick further improved. The Nightshade level 2 increased hipfire accuracy and reticle bloom. The Riptide level 1 increased hipfire accuracy, and new level 3 upgrade fire instantly after sprinting and increased recoil reduction. So that's all the assault rifle changes.
Which one is the Sahara?
That's Seeker, Tanner.
Okay, cool.
It's Tyler, I think.
Hey, Tanner.
Doing that to the level 3 upgrade on the Riptide makes it more SMG like, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Because you can use that if you're going to be running up in their shit, and you can pull it up immediately afterwards. Then it'll beat it out, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you'll ready your weapon faster than whoever you're running up against.
Right. To me, I think a lot of these assault rifle changes make perfect sense, because, I mean, you want the assault rifles to be a little bit more accurate. Not as accurate as DMRs. It's supposed to be a good middle ground. And I feel like some of the assault rifles in the game have, until you get them maxed out, have the accuracy that is worse than some of the SMGs in the game. So I think reining them in a little bit more and making them a little bit more accurate is going to actually see increased assault rifle play, as opposed to, like, you could pick up Dahlia's SMG and you could run it at range and you're not going to do a lot of damage, but you're going to get consistent damage over time.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then it's like, well, why would I pick an assault rifle when I'm going to be in medium? I'm going to be in close to medium and some long range gunfights. They have the Executioner, which is the best assault rifle / DMR in the game, and it's a pistol. You know what I mean? So, to me, the assault rifle, the DMR changes make sense. Some of the SMG shotgun and pistol changes are kind of like scary to think about. But
Yeah.
the assault rifle and the DMR stuff makes sense.
I honestly think the MLX needs more upgrades. I think it needs at least a little fire rate increase.
Well,
I
it
feel
got
like
one in that last season.
it did,
Yeah,
but
Just a small one.
I don't feel like it was enough because I
I do
still
like
have.
the damage range increase.
I
Yeah.
do like that too, and I
Yeah.
think the
It makes
KA 30 totally needs an upgrade because I feel like there's still moments with it that it doesn't perform as the other AKs do. I just feel that those two rifles are underperforming compared to the other rifles because the Sahara's crazy, the Riptide's crazy, Nightshade is awesome, and then the HRM is just a heavy hitter. But then you have these two guns that again I just feel like that they're not exceeding. I feel like they just get whooped when it comes down to these other weapons.
Which is
Right.
weird because I feel like earlier in the game, the KA-30 was probably one of the top performing assault rifles.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah, because I remember playing Dima early on and just ripping shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, early on. But that's what I'm saying now. Like now, I don't feel like it's there.
I prefer the Mamba over this now, which is I don't really like burst weapons typically, but
Yeah. Well, speaking of Mamba, we'll go right into the DMRs because we do have some Mamba stuff here. So the Devotion, the level 1 upgrade, also provides increased hip fire accuracy, and the level 3 upgrade increases the fire rate to 2.5. The Mamba level 1 upgrade now reduces reticle bloom, and the level 2 hip fire accuracy upgrade has been further improved, and the level 3 upgrade now increases ADS movement speed. The D3DI level 1 increases magazine size and bullets now pierce through enemies. Level 2 increases hipfire accuracy further improved. Reduced reticle bloom has been further improved. And level 3 reduced recoil upgrade further improved. The Aaron L212 level 1 also increases reload speed, and level 2 reduces recoil and increases hipfire accuracy. And the MXR level 2 also increases hipfire accuracy, and level 3 reduces recoil. So, the DMR stuff, I like a lot of these changes that are coming with the DMRs. I think that the DMR, unless you are very confident with the DMRs, you tend to shy away from them. I find myself on certain nights where it's like, I would much rather use the SMG or assault rifle over the DMR because I'm not feeling as confident with my shots. But I think some of the changes that they're making here, it's going to actually increase the confidence level using those weapons and actually help you land more consistent shots over time.
I agree. I like all these changes, especially the Devotion's increased fire rate.
Yes. And I really love that level 3 upgrade on the Mamba.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to help a lot.
Yeah. And I think that the Devotion is another one of those weapons that we were talking about earlier with the Knight and with the buff to Dallas's pistol, where with the weapon swap system, Dallas is now going to have the Riptide, and we'll talk about that in a minute further down. But Dallas is having his assault rifle swapped out with the Riptide. Well, now you can just pick the Riptide. You can upgrade it all the way. Then you can swap over to the Devotion. It's going to automatically be completely leveled out upon swapping, and you're just going to be getting heavy hitting fast shots. It's going to be insane.
And it's like a 2 or 3 tap?
I think it does like 60 or 70 body shot damage, right?
So it's a 2 tap.
It almost like a sniper rifle, really.
Yeah, it's a sniper without the scope.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So
as long as you're just shots, that's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah. And with the increased fire rate of it, you're going to be able to get those follow-up shots way faster. I think we're going to see a lot of Devotion play in Season 3. And I'm happy for that because the Devotion is something that feels so situational, almost like a sniper does in a lot of situations. So with them actually making it to where you're going to have increased hip fire, which means you can hold your own in a 1v1, close quarters gun battle, and then increasing the fire rate, you're going to be able to burn them down 2 tap at close range or long range. It's going to make Dallas devastating. I like it. And I like all these other changes. I'm glad that they're reining a lot of this bloom stuff in because there's sometimes when you're using a DMR or an assault rifle and you have it perfectly on them and you're just not getting hit markers.
Yes, because it's supposed to be a long range weapon, and when you can't get that second or third follow up shot, even though you're right on them, it doesn't make that gun really worth it in that situation.
No, not at all. And it's very frustrating to the players.
Very.
Yeah, because you've already invested the money in it, and you want to change weapons.
How many times with the DMR have you been like, man, he's one tap.
Yeah.
He's behind that box.
Yeah. And I ain't got an angle. You know?
I've said that so many times. So many times we have all said that. It's like, it's one shot. One shot.
Yeah,
and we'll say it again.
Yeah. So with the shotguns, the Arbitrator, the level 1 upgrade also increases the fire rate to 3.0, and the level 2 hipfire accuracy further improved and reduces recoil. The Striker 810 level 1 upgrade also increases damage from 64 to 72. The level 2 hipfire accuracy upgrade has been improved, and the level 3 upgrade increases reload speed. The SKL6 level 3 increases fire rate to 0.4. The S12 Tactical, the level 2 hipfire accuracy improved and reduced reticle bloom. Level 3 upgrade now increases fire rate to 0.333 and now has correct amount of reserve ammunition.
Dude, that Striker damage increase is absolutely asinine.
Why is it that it's the only shotgun that has an increased damage when it's probably the best shotgun in the game?
It makes it a 2-tap.
It's already a 2-tap.
But I mean,
armor.
Yeah,
guys.
I mean, armor.
Yeah.
Well, if that's so, then they need to increase the SKL as well because it doesn't perform.
Or they got to give everybody armor now, right?
That almost makes it a 2-tap for a completely charged up chalk, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think the most he can get's like 170.
Is it once? I thought it was 150.
It might be 150, but that's damn close to a 2-tap on a shot.
That's 144, dude.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh my god, dude, that's insane.
But they didn't increase any of the damage on the other ones.
Yeah.
Is the argument here.
That's the thing.
If they were preparing for armor, why didn't the damage increase for all guns? Maybe not for the S12 Tactical because it can shoot almost 90 damage from 80 meters. But what the fuck?
This doesn't make any. The Striker 810 makes no sense. The changes for it, and I know
the only change I like for it and any of the other ones is the hip fire increase because it needs to have good hip fire. It's a shotgun.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean. You could hip fire a shotgun from 10 meters and hit it.
Yeah,
fucking blind half the time.
Yeah, and
still.
And speaking to that, though, we have had a lot of inconsistencies, especially with like the shotgun that Vi and Sigrid have, to where, and sometimes even the S12, it's like you'll hit someone at like 5 meters and you'll do 6 damage. And then you hit them in the same exact location and you'll do like 80 damage. And it's like, there's no consistency. Yeah. There's no consistency there. It's so frustrating. And I know that, speaking to the Striker again, I know that they're going to be giving the Striker 810 to another character coming up because we saw a glimpse of that with the This Week in Rogue Company that the last one that they had. They showed the, whether they know it or not, which they threw it in there as an Easter egg, the weapon mastery thing. And they had the Striker 810 specifically pulled up, and it had a picture of the people that use it at the bottom, and it's got Lancer's picture, and then another picture that has like a default outline of someone, but it doesn't have any detail or anything like that. So I do know that it is going to be coming to another character in the game in the future, but it's a fully automatic shotgun.
Which is why it got the increased reload speed.
Yeah, I was about to say it would have to if you're going to. There's no way it's for Lancer.
Yeah.
Well, either or, I don't feel that still justifies the mean to upgrade the increased damage to the Striker.
I don't think it does either because they're removing her level 3 upgrade that we have now to where it is increasing the ammo count. But and the increase to the ammo count went from like either 6 to 10 or 8 to 10. I can't remember.
I think it was 8 to 12.
That makes sense to me, having an ammo increase.
Yeah. But they're taking the ammo increase away. They're increasing the reload speed, and they're also increasing the damage. So I guess if you go in and you break out the damage over time compared, 8 shots compared to 12 shots or whatever it is, then this is what it would equal up to. But you're still giving a broken character a more powerful weapon that can reload any time that they want to reload without only taking 1/10 of the time of the normal reload.
It'll be nasty.
This is like a sleight of hand buff right here.
Yeah. It's
I
insane.
mean, it's her second one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because the 24S itself is going to get its own increases and stuff, and that itself buffs her.
Yeah. So they're silently buffing her through her
Again?
weapons. Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
doing
been
one
calling
thing-
for a nerf on this character since we started playing in the beta,
Yeah.
and it's just been buff and buff. And look, like I don't hate I don't hate her, like to play and everything. I just feel like there's got to be something you could do,
Yeah.
that would take her down a little bit. Because if someone can play her just decent, they can change a match.
For the MLX Maul, we have the level 1 movement speed. There's a level 1, the movement speed bonus while aiming has been further improved, and the level 3 reduced recoil and reticle bloom, and he now has the correct amount of reserve ammunition. And the conviction level 2 increases accuracy gained per shot, and level 3 increases reload speed.
I like these changes.
Yeah.
I do too.
They make perfect sense to me. Like this
Perfect
is
sense.
This is the model that they should have went for the rest of the weapon set, in my opinion. It's
I
going
love
to
the
be
conviction, increased accuracy.
yeah, and it's going to feel really good to use the Maul, have a little bit of movement speed bonus while aiming, and also have that reduced recoil and reticle bloom, because like that thing is a beamer, and being able,
Anvil already feels slow anyway.
yeah. So I think like giving him a little bit easier of a way to move around the map with his weapon is going to feel so good, and being able to get consistent shots over time without having to forfeit some accuracy from time to time is going to feel great.
One of the top characters, man.
Yeah,
You
for
can
sure.
miss some shots, that's for sure.
Yeah. So for the snipers, the LR-15 full body now has the correct amount of reserve ammunition. And the tier, they have reworked the tier once again. It is a 2-shot sniper rifle with a fast refire rate. As a result, its damage has been reduced and handling has been adjusted. Along with this rework, we do have new upgrades to it. So the level 1 increases scope speed and movement speed while aiming. Level 2 significantly increases reload speed and increases fire rate. And level 3 nullifies damage fall off and increases headshot damage.
You got to add in the smoke. His abilities going from 12 to 6.
Yes. So and along with Fixer having the tier reworked, they're also reducing his ability duration from 12 seconds down to 6 seconds.
That's nothing.
Nothing, man.
That's spitting, and that's it.
Just long enough to get a look at where they're at, and it's like, well, I know where they're at.
I mean, I can understand reducing the duration a little bit, but I think at the very least it'd be 10 seconds, 9 seconds.
Yeah,
6 is really almost nothing. It's
not enough time.
A fraction of the time the smoke's going to be out there.
Yeah. And then
go ahead.
Well, they're not adjusting the duration of the smoke grenade that he has access to.
Yeah, it's just his glasses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's
Which
like,
is worse.
Yep.
So what's his ability for? Like he's supposed to reveal them. So it pretty much just doesn't literally give him a chance to do anything. He just gets to tell his people where they are.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's 100% accurate. And it feels like Fixer is in this weird state, like where they don't know what to do with his character, because this is the mindset that I think the developers have. I think that at higher levels that he is performing very, very well. Whether because I watched some of that SMG tournament, the 10K tournament that they had, and there was 2 characters that I constantly saw. There was a Fixer that was picked on both sides every round, and then the one ban that was consistent through the whole thing except for 2 rounds was Lancer. And if that doesn't tell you that those characters are broken because of the high pick / ban rate, that means that they need to be adjusted. There's something wrong with them. So
what makes Fixer so broken?
A combination of his ability, the smoke, the pistol, and then either the D3DI or the tier, depending on what direction you're going. Because they're not taking away replenish from him. So if you get a headshot, you're still or you get a down, you're still gonna get that ammo refund. And and a lot of people, especially in those tournaments, they were running the Fixer with the smoke grenade, like right out of the gate smoke grenade with the ability and the D3DI. And what they were doing was they were throwing the smoke grenade, popping the ability, running in, getting at least 1 to 2 downs, confirming the kills, and then backing off and holding angles with the D3DI. And it's making him like this deadly force to be reckoned with. And the only way to counter Fixer is to play Fixer. So, and then you have to know the rotations. You have to know what side he's going to actually get the benefit of your team picking Fixer. So to me, it's like just disable the character and rework him until you're happy with his state and the community's happy with his state. I've picked Fixer sometimes, and I've done very, very well with Fixer, and I've picked Fixer, and I've done very bad with Fixer. It just depends on how the match is going. Man. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I don't know.
I think his biggest positive is the pistol, man. It's the best pistol in the game. The fire rate's insane. It hits hard. And if nobody can see you and you can see them, for sure, it's gonna wreck people. I say the best way to rework him, if that's the issue, is to give him something like the Executioner or something that shoots a little slower.
Yeah.
That he can't just pop off with. And it would make him deadly still, but not as deadly.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
I mean, for God's sakes, that warn, man. You got a trigger happy finger, man, and you can blow somebody away.
Yeah. Especially for playing PC, because you can click a lot faster than you can hit the button.
Pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't have a speed trigger, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't either.
I've noticed it playing with Secret. The first time I did, I was like, "Whoa, dude, this pistol's so fast!"
Yeah.
Like, as fast as I click, it shoots.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
The other
pistol
ones have
for
like
sure.
some kind of delay on them.
Yeah,
that one's just as fast as you can click, man.
This is all you click.
If you're good enough, you can beat an SMG with that pistol.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I agree. Like that would be the easiest and the best way, in my opinion, to fix him is to give him either the Spitfire, the Salvo, or the P12K. Yeah. I even think the Executioner would be almost, because you can get a 48 to 50 damage headshot with that thing.
True.
So that's almost a 2-tap down. Or you could give him the revolver. I mean,
they're pretty much taking his ability away.
Yeah.
The revolver would be more in line with Sniper, considering how hard it hits and then it shoots a little slower.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to be really, really accurate in that smoke with those goggles on to be able to get a 2-tap headshot.
That would be an interesting rework just to see in like a PTS if they would run it more than 14 hours.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
I just don't think the ability duration is going to be 6 long. They're going to make this change, and then people are going to bitch about it so hard that it's going to get reverted to something else.
I feel like they'll revert it to maybe 10. Because 6 is unreasonable, in my opinion.
It is unreasonable. Like, every time I look at it, I'm just like, dude, I literally don't see
half of that is you ADSing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So for the rogue changes, we did speak on Fixer and Dallas's changes. Those are the only changes that will be coming into the game specifically for the rogues. But we do have some gadget changes here. So the flashbang is getting a radius reduction from 650/750 to 500/600, and the duration has been reduced by 0.5 seconds. And the incendiary grenade has been redesigned so that it deploys a single circular patch of flame.
I'm worried about the flashbangs.
Well, dude, online they don't even tell you how long it lasts. Like,
yeah, right.
I think it's like, is it like 15 seconds? It ain't that long, is it? It feels like a long time.
It feels a long time.
I don't feel
probably
like
10, 5.
I feel like sometimes I flash people and they only last a second, and then I get flashed and it lasts an eternity.
Well, a lot of times too, you'll get hit with several flashes.
I think it depends on your radius to the flash.
That makes sense.
How close you are to it.
Yeah, because there's been times where I have been flashed very short, and there's been times where I've been flashed where I can't see until I'm down and dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whenever I get flashed, I try to remember, like, where was I? Okay, over here there was an area I could run. I always try to turn and run.
Yeah.
Come back from the flash, I'm like right in the middle of the team. Like, okay.
I feel like I use flashbangs and I never make it in time to kill people. So like I'll flashbang, go run around the corner, and by the time that I get around, they're already done being flashed, and I get mowed down.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of that also comes with what was said earlier. It's like if I play someone, let's say we're playing on Icarus, we're pushing that left bomb site, we're attacking where you've got, the straight corridor and then the bomb plant sites in that little nook. If they're coming around the corner the same time we're coming around the corner, and I'm playing with someone that has flashbangs, I'm gonna have two of them, and I'm gonna throw one, then I'm gonna wait a second or two, and I'm gonna throw the other one. That way, I ensure that by the time we get into position, they're still gonna be flashbanged. And
imagine that team, dude. Chalk, Glitch, Switchblade, Talon, 8 flashbangs.
Yeah, God.
Every round.
Yeah, fuck that. Constantly flashed.
That's
he could set the dart up, dude, and when they see them coming, flash it.
That's a meta. Mm-hmm. So I guess I could see that. Since now everybody's obtaining flashbangs, they're adding more characters with them. I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yes.
Now I know a lot of people like to change to the incendiary, but I like the randomness of how it's spread. Honestly, that was part of what I liked about the grenade.
I get that, and
I did too.
I think that with the singular patch of flames is basically their fix-all or their cure-all for the invisible fire. Yeah.
Well, how big is this singular patch going to be? Because is it going to be as small as one of the other ones?
It's going to be the same size as one of. It looks to me the same size as one of Switchblade's fire circles.
Okay.
Which is,
if it's large enough, it'll work.
Size, dude.
Yeah,
if it's big enough to push them out of cover and stuff, then I'm cool with it. But I did like how randomly that it would spread, because you could, they would think they were safe, and all of a sudden they weren't.
Yeah.
As long as I'm able to block a corridor with it, or I'm able to throw it onto some cover where they're covering or doing some revives, and I'm able to do damage, I'm okay.
Yeah, and I think that it's going to keep that same responsibility. It's just going to be easier to recognize and easier to predict where the fire is going to spread to. So that like you have a defined circle on the ground when it hits. So whether you see the fire there or not, you're still going to see the circle there.
Yeah.
And then we have game modes: friendly fire damage reduced from 75% to 10% in all non-ranked queues. And then we go into the game mode changes. So I'm going to go to demolition last, but King of the Hill, we're going to go first. Basically, in this little write-up, they're saying that it's not fair for players that play the objective, because the only way to secure money within the game is to get downs. That's the only way that you can get cash. And they're trying to come up with a way to where it gives people cash that solely are capping the point, as opposed to trying to chase kills down. So their idea for that is there's going to be $500 global cash drops added, and they're adjusting the point on favelas, one of the points on favelas. And I think that like they're heading in the right direction with this King of the Hill change, but I think that they need to go in and they need to actually do the numbers on how much money you should get per tick of uncontested capture time. And then they should reward the people that are on the point with cash to drive more people into actually playing the objective in King of the Hill.
I'm surprised they don't really have this already going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah. And I think that they're like, when it was a limited time mode, there wasn't really enough time for them to get that information back. But since they made it a permanent game mode with 6v6, and capturing the point is that much more crucial, because it is a 6v6 game mode on the map sizes that we have. And people are like, well, it's not fair because I can't get the things that I need to defend the point because I'm not chasing kills. And I get it. I completely get that.
You can't upgrade or buy anything because
you're on the point.
You're stuck.
No trophies, no nothing.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So in ranked demolition, they added breach into the rotations, and on custom games, they added Palace, which is the new map, and they added bans to King of the Hill. For the big change, demolition, the number of rounds changed from 15 to 11, and the starting cash changed from 5K to 13K.
Love the round change.
Love it.
Hate the cash change.
Basically eliminating the pistol round, which is kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah.
What's the point? Or even
that's not going to prepare people for ranked.
That's strikeout money, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's every game mode with respawns.
Yeah.
How much
like dodgeball and shit.
In ranked, it's gonna function the same exact way. You're gonna start with 5K. It's gonna be the best of 8.
So why would you change
Yeah.
the starting
Yeah.
cash in your main game mode if you're trying to
when the
prepare people to play ranked?
when the new guy hops on and he's like, "What's this shit? 5K?
Yeah.
They're not gonna be prepared with the
What?
pistol.
Is this to? I feel like this is just to baby the new players.
Well, to me, this is something where they've saw the extraction outpour of love for that game mode, and instead of adding it back in and giving the people that play extraction 13K, because that would have made sense in my opinion. Like
It would have.
they're faster rounds. It's a faster game
1.8.
mode. Yeah. Give them 13K as opposed to putting it back in and adjusting the money there. They're like, well, let's reduce the number of rounds in demolition to make it take less time. If you want longer games, you can play ranked, but also let's give them the 13K so that they can get into action a lot quicker. And it defeats the purpose of being a tactical shooter if you can start with a gadget and a weapon straight out of the gate.
I mean, you
Exactly.
can start off with your strongest perk right out of the gate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
If you don't even have to have your primary weapon if you didn't want to.
So think playing demolition, playing against a Lancer, doesn't need a shotgun or the SMG, buys right out of the gate life drain.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Runs up behind people.
Makes it nasty.
Yeah.
15 bullets
15
mowdown.
seconds on the quick and quiet.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
Just wipe your team.
So, like,
fucking hell.
Are they really preparing them?
Yeah, right. Well, and
it sounds more like insult to injury.
Yeah, and it's the lazy way of them trying to fix it, because if they wanted to change the rounds from 15 to 11, that's perfectly fine. Change it from 15 to 11, but adjust the actual money that you receive in game for getting downs, getting eliminations at the end of the round, whether you win or lose, how much cash do you get, and actually adjusting those numbers to where you can get stuff faster actually playing through the match, as opposed to being like, hey, we heard you like money, so we put money with your money, you know?
Yeah. A little quick math.
Yeah. But that's the lazy way out. Like, this is the same traditional high res first watch game solution to everything. Let's reduce it and let's increase the money. Let's do the least amount of work humanly possible and let's fucking roll with it. Who's with us? They're all in a circle.
I'd rather just an economy rework.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, I want the pistol round, and if the whole issue is people just want to have more shit, then just make it, just like you said, just make more money.
Yeah.
Make it down worth more. Make everything worth just a little bit more, and that'll also make people want to do that more.
Well, bring back the assist.
Yeah, that would have helped it.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
I got 12 assists over here, didn't get a penny for it, you know?
I think what would absolutely help in like random matches, because a lot of people don't have friends to play with, is to increase the money for revives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
make a revive worth fucking 1,000 or something. Make it worth really good money, and people are like, "Oh shit, my homie's down. I want that," and he can be back up. So there you go.
Yeah, that is a fantastic solution to already a problem that they created for themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So those are the Season 3 changes. The Season 3 update will be coming out. It should be coming out the day after this episode goes live. So these are all the things that will be coming to the game tomorrow. So let us know what you think of the Season 3 changes, whether it is pre or post update when you're listening to this. If it's pre-update, let us know what you think about them on paper. If it's post-update, let us know how they are in execution. Be sure to drop it in the comment section below, or reach out to us on Twitter at Broguecast, or email us broguecast@gmail.com. Just let us know what you think of the changes, and maybe in the next episode we'll go over some of the responses from the community on how the changes affect the game. So yeah, let's swap on over to the community section. This week in the community section of the Broguecast, we're going to be going over the Season 2 overview, Season 3 expectations of the survey that was created. So let's hop on over there and let's check that out, guys. All right, guys, this is the community section of the Broguecast. Instead of doing like community contributions or anything that's out there in the ether, we're actually going to go through the Season 2 overview, Season 3 expectation survey results as the community section of everything. So let's jump over here. hopefully recording the audio correctly this time, and we're going to run through it. All right, Season 2 overview. We're going to breeze right through some of these. So, how pleased were you with the release of Season 2? 49% of people said that they were somewhat pleased. How impressed were you with the contents of the Battle Pass? 49.5% of people said that they were somewhat impressed, just slightly impressed.
Yeah.
Do you think the contents of the Battle Pass justifies the price? 74.5% of people said yes, it does justify the price. And I agree with that. $10.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
How impressed are you with Mac? So whenever we released the survey, Switchblade was announced but was not yet released. That's why there's no Switchblade centric things in the survey here. So that'll come at a later date. So 34.4% of people said that they are neutrally impressed with Mac. Neutrally. Do you think Mac needs to be buffed or nerfed? 56.8% of people said that there's no change. So we've got 34% of people are like, he's okay. But 56% of those people were like, but we don't want to change him, like to make him better, you know?
Not impressed with him, but don't change him.
Yeah. How do you feel about the limited time King of the Hill, which is now a full-time game mode? 59.9% of people say that they like it. How do you feel about the initial TTK changes that came with Season 2? 40.1% of people dislike the TTK changes. Wow, go figure, you know?
Surprised it's not more.
I know. How do you feel about the TTK being reverted? 45.8% of people say that they like that. They like the changes.
Love it.
How do you feel about the inclusion of the seasonal contracts? 89.6% of people, they're like, we like it. We like them contracts.
Yeah.
How do you feel about daily login rewards? 96.9% of people like it.
No opinion.
I don't know.
People had no opinion.
It's like
free stuff, no opinion.
No, it's fine, you know.
Free rogue bucks, no opinion.
Yeah. How do you feel about the nerf to melee weapons? 51.6% of people like the nerf to melee weapons.
Nerf?
Yeah. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Nerf?
Allegedly, you know.
I think I said something about a baseball bat. I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think of Tenacity increasing the price to 8K but reducing explosive damage by 40%? This is basically reverting it back to the way that it initially was. 52.6% of people like it, and I agree. That shit come in clutch, though.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the new map Breach? 67% of people like the new map. All right, we're going to transition over into Season 3 expectations. So Season 3 has been announced. We've seen a lot of the stuff that's coming to Season 3. So let's see what people thought about this pre-update show, pre-patch notes and everything. How likely are you to purchase the Season 3 Battle Pass? 57.3% of people are very likely to purchase it. What rogues would you like to see more skins added for? At a whopping 61.5%, Kestrel.
Yeah, man. She only needs one because she only has 2 skins.
I mean, it's crazy that she is a newer character, right?
Yeah, but still.
But people love her. And
she's fantastic.
Well, and think about, I didn't think about this, but Mac is getting a skin in Season 3 update.
Yeah.
Where is the fucking Kestrel skin at?
Yeah.
I mean,
we saw some mock-ups online, but where they at?
I don't know. I just know that everybody else has like 2 or 3 skins.
Yeah.
And then maybe 4 skins. And then here's Kestrel. Just, oh, hey.
I can only go 2 ways.
Yeah.
Default.
Like it?
Or, yeah. I don't know. I like the second one for sure.
Yeah. So what rogues, if any, do you feel need to be buffed? At a split tie, we got 21.4% Talon and Vi. They need to be buffed.
I honestly don't know what Vi needs to be buffed with, because Vi's a great character.
I mean, solid.
Yeah, I don't. And I think that Talon is a fantastic character as well.
Like Talon.
So
Love the dart.
yes, love the dart.
Could be a little bigger.
That's what she said. What rogues do you feel need to be nerfed? Coming in at 30.2%, we have Mac. We're gonna ignore the none.
Yeah,
When we were going through this the first time, it was like the whopping majority was none. So we're just this is not gonna be in the survey in the future. None is not gonna be an option.
Yeah, don't even give them the option.
Yeah. So, but 30.2% of people think that Mac needs to be nerfed.
Where's that Lancer at on that chart?
18.8% people said Lancer needs to be nerfed, and 21.9% said Sigrid.
I'm actually surprised Lancer is not higher.
Yeah, like number 1.
Yeah.
Yes. What do they want Mac to be nerfed? Like, what's?
Yeah, he's OP.
What is it? What's causing it? Is it his weapons? I don't feel like he's OP. Is
I don't
his
either.
armor? Is this his armor?
Oh, I bet it's the armor.
Yeah. Well, that's why all the weapon balances.
Yeah, they're working on that.
Yeah. So, all right. What pistols do you feel need to be buffed? At 28.6%, we have the P12K, which is Kestrel Phantom Talon's pistol.
I don't know.
Pistol's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that pistol's pretty good. Yeah.
I think the Spitfire over that needs to be buffed a hair, you know?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, it's in a tie with the Executioner, the Spitfire.
Dude, the Executioner is like I love it.
Yeah.
Well, since the Switchblade update, Spitfire has been shooting wonky, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, I can't really. I'm not saying I don't hit my shots, but I feel like the bullets aren't hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shots aren't hitting. So,
what pistol needs to be nerfed? At 13%, we have the Warrant, which I'm honestly surprised that it's not like maxed out of the graph. You know?
Well, tell them how much the Nun is.
Oh, the Nun, for the people that are listening to us, 76% of people say that no pistols need to be nerfed.
I mean, maybe the Warrant needs to be like maybe fix the speed of it, like how fast you can press to fire. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know it's supposed to be like really fast, but
it is fast. Yeah.
Yeah. What primary weapon do you feel needs to be buffed? So at 22.4%, we have the Aaron L212.
Oh yeah.
Does that have a scope on it still?
Yeah, it does.
Throw it away. Put it in the trash.
Throw it in the dumpster.
Well, dude, if it's not a sniper rifle, don't put a scope on it.
Don't put a scope on it.
Yeah. What primary weapon do you feel needs to be nerfed? The Conviction, which is max LMG at 32.8%. So that may have some correlation with why Mac needs to be nerfed overall. I mean, it does hit hard.
It does, but you got to hit the shots.
Yeah, exactly.
And you pretty much just have to hold the trigger down to do that. Like,
yeah.
Eventually it'll like line up. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I will say it is a hip fire machine though.
Yeah.
So, what equipment do you feel needs to be buffed? At 27.1%, we have the tear gas grenade. 44.8% people said none, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What equipment do you feel needs to be nerfed? At 16.7%, we have the flashbang, with a whopping 57.3% of people said none. What rogue ability, if any, do you feel needs to be buffed? Coming in at 25%, we have the revive drone for Saint.
I mean, make it a little faster, or the revive. I don't know.
It does take way too long, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're compared to Dahlia's revive.
Yeah. Well, like at least give you the option to upgrade it, because like hers, you can upgrade it, right?
Yes.
And do it way faster.
Yeah.
It would make sense to give him a 10,000 and his kid too to be able to upgrade that.
She's legit the only character that can upgrade her actual ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I never thought about it.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
like,
now that you said it,
said that. Yeah, like when y'all brought that up, I thought that. I was like, holy crap.
Too.
Whoa. Like, why haven't they done more since Dahlia?
What rogue ability do you feel needs to be nerfed? At 18.2%, we have the ballistic shield for Sigrid. 47.9% of people, by the way, said none. I mean, they recently buffed the ballistic shield to where you didn't take melee damage while you had the shield. And this is the thing, man. Sometimes when you're crouched and you're not shooting and your back's against the wall, you're still getting shot. That's still happening.
Yeah, I'll shoot her all the time in the side.
Yeah.
If she's focusing someone else, I'm like, you're mine.
Yeah, right.
I want to say that I voted for Quick and Quiet.
Yeah, 13.5%. Yeah.
The developers heard me out, so they went from 10 seconds to 15.
Oh yeah. That's where that buff came from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You heard me out.
I got you.
Yeah, all Dirt Lord.
Yeah.
All right. If you had the option to upgrade the rogue ability with cash earned during the match, would you use this feature? 75% of people said that they would use this feature.
Of course.
Yeah, right. What maps, if any, do you feel needs to be adjusted or changed? At 26.6%, we have the arena, with 25% saying glacier and 31.8% saying none.
Never will get the hate the arena gets.
I think the arena's a good map.
Even without the dock theme, I would still love it. It's a solid map. I love the high, the high points, the low points. Both sides are solid. Plant sites.
I think that let's put a call to action out, right? Can someone please in the comment section or tweet us or email us or whatever, please let us know why you hate the arena.
Because you hear it a lot.
Yeah, but nobody has give any valid points as to why they don't like it.
Yeah, you're not a dock fan?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Was this before or after they blocked that window in Glacier?
This was after.
Okay.
So Glacier's still pretty high. I think that High Castle, at this point, High Castle feels worse to play on, in my opinion, than Glacier does.
Yeah. Gotten used to Glacier over time.
If you had the option to buy and use both weapons that belong to your rogue, would you purchase both? 64.1% said yes.
Foresight, bro.
Speak of the devil.
Would you like the ability to see all of your teammates' health bars on the UI? 70.8% of people said yes.
Most games give the option to turn it on or off.
Yeah, we should.
That way you can just choose.
Yeah. And we should have, dude, whenever a Dahlia is paired up with me, or if I'm paired with someone as Dahlia, I look at that health bar way more than you would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like the other night I was playing with her, and I was linked up to Corey, and we didn't go together. And I could see you got down to a quarter health. I started rotating over there. You know what I mean? Like, it's very useful information, especially if you play with randoms a lot. If you have communication, it's usually not the best communication. It's usually like slurs and homophobic slang. You know what I'm saying? So like the pinging system is still really good at like communicating without communicating. If you had that extra little bit of information, I think that it would bring it all full circle, in my opinion. Would you like the ability to customize your arrow color on the minimap? 71.9% of people said yes. They would like the ability to change the color of their particular arrow so that their teammates knew exactly where they were.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you're like, on me. It's like, where the fuck are you at?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Blue. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Would you like to have executions added to the game? 64.7% of people said yes. They would like to have executions added.
I mean, I don't feel like it's a game to have executions in, but it's just one of those, do you want to be an asshole and risk getting shot? Go for it.
Well, I'm looking at the executions as well as the next one as a very large monetary increase, right? So I'm going to do the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you like assassinations added to the game? 57.9% of people said yes. If you because you've already got emotes and stuff like that in the game. So if you add executions and assassinations into the game, then people are going to buy that stuff.
But yeah.
You're making
something
money.
To sell.
Yeah, exactly. And it's something cool because if I'm playing with someone, if I'm playing against a Lancer and they've been coming up behind me all night long and I get behind them without them knowing it somehow and have the ability to assassinate her, I don't care if I'm going to die or not. I'm doing it.
Especially if they've been teabagging you all night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Should the developers rework the limited time game mode Hardcore Demolition by adding the new TTK with health regeneration? It's a dead split at 50-50 on that.
Wow.
Dead split. So Hardcore Demolition was a limited time mode that was added in the game where it was demolition except you didn't regain health over time.
Oh.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah, exactly. So they could rework it, give the health regeneration back, and they could actually add that TTK back in. I know that's not going to happen now, but I always said that there would be a place in the game for a hardcore version of Demolition to exist, and that would be the way to do it. All right, that takes us to the final section of the survey, the Rogue Company Insight. And this is going to be some very interesting things here. Who is your favorite rogue in Rogue Company? Coming in at 11.5%, we have Ronan. 8.9% said Kestrel, and 8.3% said Glitch. I never thought I would see the day, man, that Glitch got some love on here.
Right.
It's crazy. Who is your least favorite rogue in Rogue Company? Coming in at 13.1%, the Fixer, man. 12.6% said Sigrid, and 10.5% said Lancer. What is your favorite game mode in Rogue Company? 42.9% of people said Strikeout. Extraction is coming in at 22%, and I mean, which is crazy. Demolition
beats out Demolition.
Yeah, Demolition has 15, is the lowest on this graph.
And they pulled it.
Yeah.
The core game mode.
Yes.
Is the least favorite.
Yeah.
Are we serious?
Yeah. Well, and if we swap over to the next thing, what is your least favorite game mode in Rogue Company? 41.1% of people said Extraction. So all the people... Oh, go ahead.
They got what they wanted, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you take basically everything from the Strikeout and the Ranked, and that equals up to Extraction, which is crazy.
It is.
Yeah. What is your favorite limited time mode in Rogue Company? 24.6% of people said Dodgeball, 20.9% said TDM, and 22% said King of the Hill.
I agree with Dodgeball.
Voted for Dodgeball.
Yeah.
I mean, it was my favorite one until Extraction became a limited time mode. Now Extraction is.
Yeah, for sure, right? What is your least favorite limited time mode? 20.1% said King of the Hill. 14% said Strikeout Snipers, and 12.8% said Hardcore Demolition.
I didn't even know that Strikeout Snipers was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't either.
What is your favorite map in Rogue Company? So 14.7% said Icarus, 13.1% said High Castle.
Whoa.
The fuck?
Yeah. And 12.6% said Factory.
I mean, people that like High Castle must only like going to B.
Yeah, right. Well, I imagine the majority of the people that picked High Castle probably played a lot of King of the Hill or Team Deathmatch or Strikeout or whatever because of how hectic it is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your least favorite map in Rogue Company? 24.3% of people said the Arena. 13% said Glaciers, and 10.8% said Canals. Canals is a weird one to me.
Yeah.
I like Canals a lot.
I do too.
I still can't believe the Arena.
And the Arena, dude.
Right there,
I just don't... someone's got to tell us what the fucking problem is, dude.
So, High Castle's the favorite one.
Yeah.
Arena's least favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
We hate High Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
we love the Arena.
We love the Arena. Whoa.
Yeah. What the fuck? Twilight Zone.
But we're Demolition players.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That is the truth. We're main Demolition. So
these high numbers were Strikeout. Like
more than
a lot of people like playing Strikeout.
It probably is nasty in a Strikeout match.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know though.
Okay, so that call to arms that you put out there with people telling us why they hate the Arena, I want Demolition players to tell us why they hate the Arena. I don't give a fuck about Strikeout players.
Okay, yeah. And I'll even tweet something out from the Broguecast Twitter. Say, look, if you play Demolition and you dislike the arena, please let us know why in the comments below. And I'm going to try to get some people to share it around because legitimately, like, I have no idea.
I love the map. It's one of my favorite ones to get on. Top 3.
Yeah. What is your favorite ability in Rogue Company? 17.3% said the ballistic knife, which is Ronin's. 8.4% said the MIRV launcher, which is Dima. And 7.9% said arrow scanner by Seeker. Kind of surprised.
I'm on board with ballistic.
Yeah. The MIRV launcher is the surprising one, in my opinion.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I had a lot of people complain about it, so I don't see how people like it that much.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good with me lately, so.
What is your least favorite ability in Rogue Company? 15.6% of people say the light bomb, 11.3% of people say barbed wire, and 10.8% of people said the ballistic shield.
This was before Trench's barbed wire got buffed, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. So this probably would have changed.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I don't agree with the barbed wire.
Yeah,
because the barbed wire now is amazing.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
But probably then, it was absolute shit.
Yeah.
But that light bomb,
it
needs some work.
They could tweak it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of it. Just fix it.
It's still good.
It needs to last a little bit longer. If you're going to have it self-detonate.
Like the countdown time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it does have a long time.
Now, what I would like with the light bomb is you hear it get put down.
Yeah.
So you hear it building up. What I would like is for to not be a circle radiating out from it.
Yeah, that circle gives it away.
Yeah.
Because that people just hang on the edge, wait until it blows itself up, and then they rush in.
Yeah.
I want it down, and when you hear it, you're like, where the fuck? Can someone spot this thing, please?
Yeah.
That would help.
For sure. Yeah, I like that. What is your favorite passive ability? At 21.1%, we have the buddy system, which is Dahlia. 18.9% elusive, which is Lancers. And 8.9% of people say standard issue, which is Max.
Yeah, but that's a big separation between the second and third.
Yeah, I know.
The only reason the buddy system scored so high is because they like to mark Lancer.
Because they get elusive.
Yeah.
And I love using her to be able to get, not being able to get flashed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is a great ability all around, but I have a feeling a lot of people pick that because they're like, I love that roll reload.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, man.
Those two go hand in hand right there.
Yeah. They might as well be married.
They do if me and Griffin are playing those two.
Yeah, right. What is your least favorite passive ability? At 12.4%, we have shrapnel rounds, which is Fixer. 10.8% for athletic, which is Sigrid, and 10.8% as well for ricochet, which belongs to Seeker. What is your favorite pistol in Rogue Company? At 28.3%, the Executioner. Yeah. And then at 22.5%, we have the Spitfire. Yeah.
I think Warren should have been a little higher.
Yeah, right. What is your least favorite pistol in Rogue Company? At 24.9%, we have the LW6 revolver for Dallas. This was before the buffs to the pistols, by the way. And 23.8% said the A3 salvo. I get it.
I think that's still pretty consistent.
Yeah.
So they've already buffed the Dallas pistol?
Yeah, they buffed.
Well, how does it handle
buffs.
it? Because I've seen you playing him a lot, and Justin, I mean, is it better?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
It's 10 times better than it was to begin with. It was the best when it was first released, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah. What is your favorite primary weapon in Rogue Company? At 14.7%, we have the KA-30, which is shared between Dima and Ronin. At 10.5%, we have the SLC, which is the submachine gun for Sigrid and Chalk. And at 7.9%, we have the Sahara, which belongs to Seeker.
That's Ronin's AK?
Yes.
Huh.
It's crazy, right?
Interesting.
I see it used a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean,
least favorite primary weapon. 19.1%, the Arbitrator, which is Anvil and Scorch's shotgun. At 12.8%, the Aaron L212, which is Seeker's. And at 9%, the Tier, which belongs to the Fixer. Really not surprised by any of those, to be
No.
honest.
No. The arbitrator could use a serious buff. It's the worst of the shotguns.
Yeah. And they are.
Yeah, they're buffing it.
Yeah, they're buffing it.
Yeah,
in
it's on the
Season 3.
patch notes. It's getting a buff.
Yeah. How long have you played Rogue Company? At 34.6% since beta. And then at 34%, we've got 6 to 9 months. So it's a pretty healthy majority that's been playing it for a very long time. What do you play Rogue Company on? 33.9% said PlayStation. 27.6% said PC with keyboard and mouse. And 19.8% said Xbox.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
Coming
right.
in big, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, two of us play, so.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a PlayStation player.
What age range do you fall within? At 34.4% of people, we have 18 to 24.
I like how it's even all around the board.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make me feel like an old man playing video games.
Yeah, listen to your vinyl.
Yeah.
Listen to some records.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
I'll never forget a dude telling me, it's like, I'm 31 years old, dude. Vinyl's great.
Yeah.
And what sex do you identify with? 90 point. What?
What? Is this a real question?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
90.6%.
I wasn't expecting that.
Well, 90.6% of people are identifying as male.
I expected that.
Yeah, right.
Other than
Now,
female.
I'm legitimately surprised that other beat female.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But that
That's the rest of the
encompasses
guys.
all the 36 genders, so.
Some people just don't like to answer that question.
Yeah, that's true.
And I get it. I get that too.
So that is the Season 2 overview, Season 3 expectations. Thanks to any and everyone that went out and filled the survey out. There will be another survey in the future. Whenever it is announced, we will post links in the description below for it, and it will be shared all over social media. So please be on the lookout for that. The goal is with these surveys is to release the surveys around the mid-season update. So in normal games, they have a mid-season update that is like exactly halfway through the season, where you have a major content update at the season start, and then you have a mid-season update that kind of balances everything out. Well, it's not a mid-season update if it happens 2 months after the start of the season. So that's why
it's weird the way they do it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I'm hoping with Season 3, they can actually get into a routine to where they release that mid-season update like 45 days into the into the season.
At mid-season.
Yeah. So that
That's mid-season.
Yeah. Because it would be nice to release this survey around that time. Let it run for an appropriate amount of time before they announce the next season update, the next season battle pass, the next season, all that information. So that's the game plan here. But I mean, they've got their own thing going on. So who the hell knows what's going to happen with it? If there's anything that you could add into the game for Season 3, just anything kind of spitballing here, what would you like to see added into the game?
Are you asking us?
Yes.
I would like to be able to upgrade my shit, like my drone. I would really like to have that.
Yeah.
The abilities need to be upgradable.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, especially
why not? Especially now that I know that Dahlia can do it.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, why can't I?
Yeah.
Because dude, she'll get you up in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's quick.
Oh yeah, she gets done with her sentence and you're up.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm on.
Oh no, man! I really would just like to see the whole buffing of weapons just to end. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. I'm right there with you on that one, man.
Yeah.
Well,
like if we go down to like just the core modes, like I mean, because every time they do these changes, something in the coding gets changed somewhere, and then that's where all these bugs keep popping up. They can't solve the bugs because they want to keep doing these other little fixes.
Well, here's my issue with it. I get used to using a gun, and I know what I can do with that gun. Then they change it
altogether.
and the gun doesn't work like it used to. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's, you just, after over time, you know what you can do with a weapon.
Yeah.
There just has to be a point where the guns just have the changes have to stop. It's like, okay, this is the line, this is the fine point. Like we don't need to. The guns don't need to go any further. The ranges don't need to go any further. The hip fire accuracy, they just need to be like, okay, here it is. We're here.
Well, why are we worried about the guns when it's full of bugs?
Again, I feel like every time that they
Let's
do
fix the
updates,
bugs.
yeah, but that requires like not progressing.
It requires more than a 2-day fucking test
Right.
server.
That requires them not
And it needs to be on
releasing more
console.
things.
And,
Yeah, yes.
it's not enough time, dude. They need at least a week or two.
Yeah.
Not 14 hours.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to say it, man. The test server is so content creators can get on there and get their content.
Yep.
That's it.
That is
They're not
absolutely
testing shit out.
Nope.
That's
Get
why
on here,
nobody
get
else
your
does it
content
more.
for the next season and hype it up.
So what I would like to see brought into season 3 and beyond is I want a lot of quality of life changes to be made. Like, I'm going to go under the assumption that they're going to be able to work a lot of the bugs out, that they finish like tweaking the weapons and everything. But the things that excite me the most about playing the game.
Well, you're talking about a player's first mentality.
Well, yeah, I mean, hashtag.
Yeah.
So, but like quality of life changes to where like whenever you get notified of something, whenever you see something, whenever something is thrown to you, whenever an ally throws something, like it's these small little quality of life changes that they could actually make to the game to make it a more pleasurable experience. Like being able to see your UI, the teammates' health on UI. If someone throws a grenade and I'm there and it lights up as blue, I should know that it's a teammate's grenade as opposed to an enemy grenade, because right now they're all the same color. So if I'm playing with randoms, I don't have someone in my ear saying, oh, watch out for that grenade because I threw it. Now I'm thinking that somebody's behind me. So now I'm turning around to see who threw it from behind me. I turn around, there's an ally behind me. Now I'm getting shot in the back. It's little things like that that they could put into the game that would be real simple, that would actually cause an overall impact to how people play it.
It's the little things.
Yeah, definitely. Zale.
Yeah, I'll let him know what you're going to call him that. But it's cool that we're getting the 10% on the friendly fire.
Yeah, right.
That's neat. It's like, well, dude, if they're going to do that, it's like, you're still going to take 10% damage. It's like, well, why not just get rid of it, dude?
Yeah,
I know.
You know what I mean? Why are you going to 10? Like,
they took it out so Griffin couldn't kill us anymore at the end of the game.
At the end, when we're celebrating, he blows us up. Then he heals us so we can get the money.
Yeah.
No more Griffin.
He's like, come here. And it's like, no.
He's like, we won, guys. Celebrate.
I was playing the other night, and I was like, can I have a square map?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Quality of life.
I want a square map.
Yeah.
You can have a square map in most other games.
Yeah. Well, and this is the thing too. Like this goes down to like your customization of your crosshair. It goes into the customization. You should be able to go in there and like, okay, I want a square map, and this is the percentage of what I want to be shown on said map, because I should be able to go in there and say, I want a square map, but I only want to see 30% of the map that I'm in, or 50% of the map I'm in.
I got more.
Yeah.
Whenever I ADS, map goes away.
Yeah.
It's gone. I have to back out of that to see, when I look up there and I'm like, oh shit's happening. Why can't I control that? Like, can I get a little bit of map when I'm ADSing?
Yeah, right. Like
in the corner, just
like
a little,
corner?
just a sliver.
Yeah.
At least where I'm standing.
Right.
Who's around me? What's happening? I'm always like, why does the map go away? I'm not zooming in that much. There's still a corner.
Yeah. It's just those quality of life changes, man. And that it's little things like that you give veteran players that'll keep them around and be like, oh, like it doesn't cost a lot of money. It doesn't cost a lot of time to code this stuff. Just put it into the game. That way that we can get benefits out of it, man. Like
these guys have a player's first mentality.
Hashtag. What about you, Corey?
I'm with Adam. I just like to see the abilities be able to upgrade.
it makes sense now to do it since they're giving Demolition that starting cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they're gearing up to doing something like that.
Dude, it's going to be a different game.
So yeah, I mean, somebody asked if we could do, what we would like to see coming into the next season, and I think that everybody's made great, valid points. It's like I'm glad that they're bringing new content. I'm glad that they're bringing new cosmetics and things like that. But also, what excites me is balance and tweaks in the game itself, and of course, bug fixes. And with all of that comes like even more hard work from the development team than just creating a skin that looks kind of nice that you can sell. So thanks everybody for either watching or listening to episode 4 of the Broguecast, the unstructured, structured, unstructured Rogue Company podcast. If you want to get in contact with us, please head over to Twitter at Broguecast or send us an email, broguecast@gmail.com. Or if you want to, you can drop by the Discord server. We're in here posting memes, having a good time playing. So feel free to stop by there. There is a Broguecast page that you can post any contributions to, and we will talk about them on an episode of the Broguecast. So thanks everybody that filled the survey out. Thanks everybody that listened. Thanks everybody that watched. And we'll be coming back with you in 2 weeks with another episode of Broguecast. Thanks for watching, guys.